Where am I? Who am I? Azura wearily looked up at the dazzlingly sunny sky. What am I living for? Oh, the sun is beautiful, the source of life, I'm grateful to face you. His stomach rumbled, oh, this is hunger, even I still have a desire to live. At that moment, another voice spoke, Sir Azura. Flute held a bowl of small seeds, smiling, she said, but Sir Azura talked about the potato sprouts, so everything went smoothly, and we even collected a lot of fertilizer. Sir Kratos recruited a large peasant army and set off to cultivate potatoes. Azura stared at the bowl in the girl's hand. His mouth agape, food, food. Flute quickly understood, you're hungry, aren't you, let me give you. She tossed a small seed towards him. But in the end he missed, and the particle went straight into one of his eyes. Azurat screamed madly, kill, I will kill you, sorry, one more time. After 2 direct eye hits, finally one landed in his mouth. Azurat had never felt such joy, delicious. On the other side, the system notified Kratos, a portion of your Demon Lord Legion is experiencing supreme happiness, happiness points increased by 1, current HP, 302. Kratos thought to himself, this time the reward includes 300 plus a new member, one more person must be that kid, who's the other one? Anyone's fine, the more HP points, the better, I need to save them for the attack on Saruthal. Then he shouted, peasant army, charge, abundant harvest prayed for all. They were preparing to attack Saruthal's location. On the other side of the wooden bridge, 2 spirits were wielding axes, severing the bridge. The wooden bridge was completely severed. They laughed gleefully, without a bridge, what are you going to do? Unexpectedly, Kratos suddenly jumped from the other bank to this side, But as he was about to climb over, his body began to fall. The 2 spirits laughed with delight, that fool Kratos just jumped and fell into the abyss, what a moron. But life wasn't a dream, their laughter quickly died down. Below, Kratos's body was buried in the earth. The 2 spirits widened their eyes, not understanding what he was doing. Kratos's armor had somehow been thrown aside. He glared at them with sharp eyes, quickly using his hands and feet to climb. His body slipped right into the ready armor. The 2 spirits fled in terror, so disgusting, so scary, so scary, so scary. Kratos turned towards the other side of the abyss and pointed at them, following the plan. Zephyros quickly understood his intention and nodded slightly. Kratos charged in first, thinking, according to my brilliant prediction, the spirits are terrified of potatoes, but what if I go in alone? Saruthal inside also knew he was charging in, he was alone and didn't have the cursed potatoes. Charge, spirits, a quick attack is all we need to win. Immediately afterward, a group of spirits charged at Kratos. Super quantum movement. He and his armor separated, Kratos's body was buried deep in the ground, while the armor followed closely behind. His naked body slipped into the earth. The group of food spirits witnessed this scene and cried out in fear, the movement is so disgusting, since when can he penetrate the wall? Upstairs, he went upstairs. Catch him, as long as you catch him, you win. The whole group chased after him, but could not keep up with his movements. Could it be that the Demon King disappeared in the blink of an eye? Kratos thought, 19 times total, this map has no unexplored corners, I've swept every area where they've appeared in the game, now I just wait for them to gather in one place and then scoop them all up. After a while, Kratos finally stopped, he put on his armor again, standing in the middle, surrounded by a group of spirits. He gently exhaled. The spirits seized the opportunity to attack, he was exhausted, even a demon lord has limits. Kratos glared at them, now I'm not a demon lord, but a veteran gamer. Immediately afterward, Zephyros loudly gave the order, sprouts. The peasant army emerged from small holes in the wall, immediately throwing potatoes at the spirits, sprout, sprouts, sprout. The potatoes merged with the spirits. And then the peasants attacked. Zephyros thought to himself, initially, I was doubtful, but this time, the demon lord's words were completely accurate. Kratos had previously instructed him, while I gather them, Zephyros, lead the peasant army according to that map. He hesitated, looking at the map, this is an abandoned ancient sewer system, it's a dead end, nothing here. He smiled slightly, there isn't. Secret passage. Kratos thought gravely, after crossing the abyss of terrifying spirits, right before reaching the final map, I found it while searching every nook and cranny. In the previous playthrough, I discovered this hidden passage. What's this? Nothing. why is this stone door so elaborately made, and then I thought, why is there another structure here? He swung his sword and slashed at the door, then the door gradually disappeared, revealing a passage. And the place that leads is here, the passage to the first battle with Saruthal. What were we thinking back then? Can't get up there. It turns out that after completing this exploration stage, you can return there, you can obtain the transformation potion. The transformation potion is the crystallized essence of the ancient giants longing for cultivation. Whoever consumes it can change their shape once. That new form is perhaps a manifestation of that very longing. The happy farmers now held potatoes that had sprouted, ready to be planted. Dairaz couldn't help but cry tears of joy. Wait, flute, now we can live comfortably. Kratos silently recalled a vague image from his memory. Jangcheol, my child is so hungry, I'll make sure he eats his fill tonight, just wait a little longer. Then he witnessed his grandmother lying on a stretcher, being taken to the hospital. Returning to reality, Kratos spoke in a low voice, anyone who dares to obstruct my path when all I want is to live in peace and plenty, will be dealt with. Baal called him the demon lord, yes. Saruthal is very strong, and even Baal is supporting him. He glared and said, you go move the potatoes, I'll handle this. On the other side, Saruthal was muttering something, oh, great ice spirit heart. Please guide more spirits with your all-powerful cold energy, Baal, grant me more troops and strength. Immediately afterward, Kratos charged in from outside, knocking him away with a single blow. He slowly got up. Kratos, how did you find this place? He retorted, you don't need to know. It's time to exterminate the vermin. Saruthal glared at Kratos, gnashing his teeth. Kratos, you fool, do you think you can defeat me alone? Then, his body curled up, you haven't seen my true power yet. Kratos thought to himself, no, I have, exactly 19 times. In the game, when I was a knight chasing Saruthal, who kept running around the cliffs of death, I always encountered his minions. Eventually, the knight eliminated all the monsters in that area. Then he ran into this room, where the heart of the ice spirit resides, a terrifying artifact said to be created by an ancient dragon using its own life force. That artifact binds the dead to the world of the living with soul-piercing coldness. He used that power to gather more minions, but before he could, I arrived, and the final battle began. That's when you could see his true power. Now, Saruthal's body was curling up, creating a strong gust of wind. He growled, Kratos, you're strong, and that's why this battle. His body twisting, becoming stronger and stronger. Then Saruthal's appearance transformed into your exact likeness. That will be my victory. Kratos wasn't surprised. He would activate copy mode and copy all his stats onto him. His character is maximized based on his current stats, with tremendous attack power and near impossible evasion. A single blow would be enough to defeat him. But the current version he's copying is a very weak demon lord Kratos. He smiled gleefully, meaning he wasn't that strong. I'll increase my stats after he finishes copying. Saruthal quickly lunged forward, preparing to attack. But Kratos quickly used his HP to upgrade his stats. HP from 30% increased by 10%, strength, agility, and magic all increased by 10% from 20%. Current HP 302, the system notified him, you used 50 horsepower to upgrade agility from 20% to 30. Therefore, he easily dodged the attack. Then Kratos landed a powerful blow to his stomach. Saruthal was in so much pain he cried, but he still raised his fist to continue attacking. But he quickly used 50 horsepower to upgrade his strength. Strength increased from 20% to 30%. He also raised his fist to fight back. Their fists collided. He winced and quickly retracted his hand. It hurts. Why are you unharmed? Kratos smiled provocatively. Even farming requires brains. Saruthal was furious, gnashing his teeth. He yelled, damn it. He continued to spend HP. You used 50 horsepower to upgrade magic, from 20% to 30%. You used 50 horsepower to upgrade intelligence, from 20% to 30%. Take this. Kratos casually flicked his hand, and a blinding bolt of lightning shot towards him. Saruthal couldn't dodge it. Just like that, I was struck by lightning until my whole body was numb. It hurt so much. After that, his body became a mushy puddle and fell to the ground. He lay there motionless, without a sound. At this moment, the system announced that you used HP to upgrade all stats once more, HP 30%, all remaining stats, strength, agility, magic, reached 30%, yeah. Upgrade quest complete, power level upgraded, reward unlocked, new skill, summon the Farmer King's throne, activation condition, 100 horsepower. A throne belonging to the Farmer King, equipped with many sturdy and durable farming tools. Kratos read it and thought, oh, good, I really need some new tools. It seemed like it was over, but no, the gooey mess on the ground started to move. Seeing this, he looked towards it. Saruthel shouted, you really think that's the end? He replied emotionlessly, the second stage of your transformation is rather weak. As soon as he finished speaking, the old man's body transformed into a huge dragon. This is my true power, ancient evil dragon. Kratos looked astonished. Whoa, up close, it's really scary. This attack power and vitality are unbelievable. He's really just a mid-level boss. But he smirked. Baal kicked the door open, leading a horde of farmer soldiers inside. I came with many subordinates, didn't you know? Saruthel hadn't been cool for a few seconds. Then suddenly broke into a sweat and said, wait, maybe we should talk for a bit. There's no such easy meal. The entire army charged forward, wielding hoes, axes, and all kinds of makeshift weapons. They punched and kicked him. You dare disrupt our farmland, die. The old man could only beg for mercy, spare me. Kratos, unconcerned, thought, I really want to fight him fairly, but he's so arrogant, killing him with my own hands is justified. Why is he like this? He's been beaten like that and still won't surrender. Or maybe if I attack more cleverly, he'll fall faster. Then he activated his new skill, summon the Farmer King's throne, current HP, 2. Summon the Farmer King's throne. A beam of blue light suddenly shone down from the sky into the room. Following this, a meticulously crafted chair, carved from wood depicting various farming implements, appeared. The chair slowly descended from the sky, then landed heavily on the ground. Kratos was dumbfounded, not understanding what was happening. The chair was so heavy that it caused a large dent in the ground, dust and smoke filling the air. The farmers stared at it warily. They all cheered at once. Our Demon King not only finished off that half-dead thing, but also delivered a final blow to its head. So brutal, so savage. Devil, this is a true Demon King. We lowly beings could never do that. Amazing, Sir Kratos, amazing, Sir Kratos. He finally couldn't help but cheer along with them, though inwardly he thought, I didn't intend to do that. At the same time, in the field where Fikamar and Azurat were hanging, Fikamar's body suddenly twitched. His soul departed from his body. I'm being reborn. All the fields have been plowed. And the potato plants are growing beautifully. Even the pests threatening the crops have been dealt with. Now it's time to plant potatoes, and everyone is full of enthusiasm. At this moment, the ice spirit's heart suddenly trembled. Kratos frowned and turned around. The system announced, Death Cliff. Chiron has been defeated 20 times, does that include the 19 times I did it in the game? A hidden event has been triggered as a reward. The heart slowly opened. A chill quickly filled the room, the true power long trapped within the ice spirit's heart awakening. The heart split into two halves, the cold air spreading more and more. Kratos approached it and asked, what is that? Immediately afterward, a small dragon struggled out from inside. A dragon. The small dragon stared at him wide-eyed. It smiled and let out a soft sound. Kratos with a strong body. Come slowly, the little dragon thought to himself. This creature is the father. He reached out and picked it up. The little dragon frowned and cried out, I hatched from an egg, but it was dark the whole time and I was very scared. Now, luckily, I've met someone. Life is full of surprises. Kratos cracked a very strange smile. Saying, so cute, the little dragon, seeing this, trembled in fear. Father, the other farmers screamed frantically, eat it. Ma'am, top. Let's eat, he shouted loudly, you idiot. If you raise it big, you will have more meat. The little dragon could understand human voices and couldn't help but shed tears. Father, do you want to eat me? After exiting the tower, outside, the other villagers are already waiting for them there. Dad, the farming team is back. Look, there are a lot of potato sprouts growing. It's amazing, everyone did a great job. Dyrok ran to hug the flute, the others were also happy. Gather with their families. The little dragon looked at them with wide eyes. Yes. The atmosphere here is so warm, they are not scary people. He raised his head to look at Kratos but was immediately interrupted by his terrifying smile. Oops, that's not right. Dad looks so scary. scene transition. At the Demon King's palace, little dragon, trembling and hiding in a corner. It secretly looked behind. Kratos was sitting on the chair, his eyes still glued to it. The whole person emitted a terrifying aura. The little dragon quickly turned around. They are waiting for us to grow up to eat us, but actually right now he is wondering in his heart, what do we need to feed this thing? I heard that baby dragons eat crafted gems, but there aren't even any gems here. Just piles of rusted metal. Next, Zephyros walked up to him and said, Demon King, there is a report. As predicted, we are having difficulty building planting beds. Kratos feels like a headache. Of course, for planting, you have to mound the soil high between the furrows or edges of the empty beds. These raised earth berms of course do this. Plants can easily drain water without being waterlogged, but there are too many rocks on this land, so it is difficult for trees to dig. The tired farmers cried, it's dead, my country, no matter how much I dig, I can't destroy all the land. Why are there so many rocks in the ground? The little dragon was held in Kratos's arms. He frowned and wondered, they are all slaves, I will also be captured. Work until exhaustion like them. Kratos didn't pay attention to the little dragon's trembling body. This is not a field but a rocky land. With this progress, it would take a lifetime to clear all the rocks. If we mobilize this many people every day, the food reserves for rewards will run out too quickly, even if the other lords send more reinforcements. Will not solve this problem. He furrowed his eyebrows, wishing he could summon a beast to work for him like the main characters in other series. If only something like a dragon appeared and clear all these rocks for me. Kratos now noticed next to him, little girl Flute also are diligently working hard to turn the land. Even though she is very young, Flute still tries her best. Do your best to help everyone. He was silent. Stared at the girl for a moment. Enough complaining, we must find a way at any cost. Agriculture is inherently something that always has unexpected problems. Constantly happening. At this moment, screams suddenly rang out. Is a tornado, a whirlwind, was slowly rolling towards them, getting closer and closer. The extent of the tornado is also more and more dangerous. Kratos gritted his teeth and thought, damn it. I forgot about this. The blade wind often appears randomly and crosses this vast desert area. If caught in it, it will be torn apart. Fell into pieces and died immediately. He quickly shouted loudly, evacuated everyone, and hid. Quickly hide behind the rocks, get into shady areas, hurry up, everyone uses all their strength. Normal life and run into hiding place. Kratos also followed after that. Damn, it's still far away. This wind pressure is already so strong, the pressure I feel. In the game before, it was nothing. Natural disasters, the biggest enemy of agriculture, but right now. Flute suddenly went against the flow of people. He frowned and looked after the girl. Why is Flute running towards Azurat, who is hanging? Sir Azurat, Dirac, seeing this, quickly rushed out. Flute, he collapsed. Oh, it's that kid again. Kratos gave the little dragon to him, then ran after the girl to protect it. Don't anyone follow me, let me save the baby. Baal cried out worriedly, Demon King's Day, it's very dangerous. If you go in, you will lose your life. He didn't care and tried his best to run, but he couldn't lose the lightning rod and his precious workers. Agriculture has never been a leisurely job. Pick pears and apples while resting. Azurat saw the flute and frowned and shouted, what can you do? Go away. But she still tried. I want to lift the column with my strength. Agriculture is survival. In life is difficult and a battlefield that must be overcome. Stay away, Demon King kid. He kicked the car hard. Column causing it to break in half. Azurat because of. It's so bright that I can't keep my balance. He just fell to the ground, but the tornado was now right next to them. It makes the face of Kratos appear small wounds. Frut is not much better. The little girl was in so much pain that she cried. But still want to remove glare for Azurat. He gritted his teeth and exclaimed, this seventh button can even blind the 4 heavenly kings. You idiot, how can you take it off, you? There's nothing we can do, get out of here. Oh. Kratos lifted the girl in one arm, and with the other, carried the pole binding Azura on his shoulder. The little dragon witnessed this scene and frowned, thinking, I feel the power of living creatures. Father is not very strong either. More and more wounds appeared on his face. But he still forced himself to run, carrying 2 heavy burdens in your arms. No matter how strong you are, it's impossible not to be exhausted. Yet my father kept getting closer and closer, it blew me away. Everything with terrible wind, no matter how fast Kratos runs, how is that possible? Compared to the speed of a tornado, final. He can't run anymore, Kratos. Just like that, he fell to the ground, risking his life to save others. The little dragon immediately broke free from Dyrok's hand. My father was a kind-hearted creature, little dragon. Quickly flew to Kratos. Take a deep breath. Then spray out a thin layer of ice. This layer of ice causes the tornado's movement speed to slow down significantly. Kratos frowned, trying hard to look at the weakening vortex. The cold weakened that whirlwind. Little dragon continued to spew out ice gas, but the work. This is a bit overwhelming, this with a baby dragon. It's a bit too much. The whirlwind continues to move. Blow everything away. Then, Baal, Dyrok, Zephyros. The three of them each carried one person. At the Demon King's mansion on the cliff, in a room with no sunlight at all, Kratos, lying unconscious on the bed, soft footsteps rang out in the middle. The mansion is quiet without a sound. Sergei and Hartok slowly go up each step. He glared and said, "Now that the Demon King has fallen, I will cut off his head." Sergei continued, "And after taking down that stupid Baal and Azurat, we will become the Demon King. Until then, we are still allies." The room door. Kratos suddenly opened. Two people. They walked inside together. Just as he was about to attack, both suddenly stopped. Kratos was now glaring at them, his pupils wide, cloudy red, mouth wide open. Both of them were trembling, not daring to act. "Damn it, he knew we would." Came and waited with wide eyes, "But this is our only chance." Just then, the voices of Baal and Azurat rang out. "What are you two doing?" Baal whispered. "The Demon King is sleeping, don't wake him." That's his sleeping face. "Indeed, it's the Demon King," Baal continued to threaten, "if you dare wake him, Baal won't let you off the hook." Hartok frowned at him. "I understand you, you big oaf. But Azurat, you too are siding with the madman who wants to farm." Azurat smiled in reply, "Not exactly, I only owe him once, so I'm paying him back now. Next time I might be on your side." He asked gravely, "Don't you think, just planting one potato has already caused countless problems? Don't you see that farming will fail and everyone will starve?" "That's right." Azurat recalled the image of little flute girl painstakingly digging with a shovel. Her hands were full of calluses and various scars, not at all like the hands of a child. He put on a more serious face than ever. "To avoid starvation means risking one's life. Well, we have to risk our lives anyway. I'd rather work than fight with you guys." Hartok, after hearing this, said, "You will regret it, you incompetent fools." Then both of them slowly left the room. Just then, Kratos' voice sounded. He softly called out, "The Demon King is awake." He looked at them in bewilderment. "Azurat, you." He smirked. Did you hear that? I'm not siding with anyone, I'm just repaying a debt. That's all." Before he could finish, Kratos interrupted, "Lightning rod is wandering around talking like that." Azurat sprayed some hairspray. Not understanding him, immediately after, a blinding flash of lightning surrounded the entire mansion, and heart-wrenching screams echoed. Baal carried Azurat's smoking body away, while Kratos was full of fighting spirit. "There's no time to waste." Everyone continued picking up stones. Baal replied, "We've almost run out of stones. Zephyros is digging the ground." Kratos heard that and was bewildered. Before him, the farmers were diligently tilling the soil under the scorching sun. He called out softly, "Hey Zephyros." He turned around and said, "Is the Demon King awake? What's wrong?" "Remove all the rocks." Zephyros pointed in front of him. "Stone, over there, not far away, a small dragon is floating in the air." T-bones. Its mouth was stuffed with stones. The small dragon quickly swallowed them all. It thought to itself, "I'm too small to stop the sword storm, I'll eat a lot without being picky so that I can grow up quickly." Below, Kratos shouted, "T-bone." The small dragon immediately recognized it. "Father." It flew straight into his arms. "T-bone, you're so cute." He silently calculated, sword storms don't appear often and it also needs time to grow. T-bone can observe from above and shoot out cold air to stop it beforehand, although a bit troublesome. But there's no weather forecast here. The field is almost ready. It's time to deal with the potatoes. Zephyros standing beside him softly asked, the supply of rewarded fertilizer is dwindling, should we make more? No, it's not necessary. The first enemy of farming is natural disasters, followed by financial pressure. These are the walls we must overcome. Walls we must overcome. Scene change inside the mansion. In a room, Sergei was sitting in front of a mirror, slowly taking off the hat on her head. She let out a sigh of relief. The hat was removed, revealing a beautiful face. With long, golden hair, Sergei softly said, "It smells so bad, I've refused to work in the fields and stayed indoors for several days. But the stench still hasn't gone away." Just then, a sudden knock on the door echoed, "Sergei, I need to talk to you for a bit." She frowned upon hearing the voice. The Demon King, you've never come to my room," but still replied, "What is it?" "I have nothing to say to you, I need you very much." "Open the door." She couldn't help but get angry. "Don't say things that could be misinterpreted like that." He then said that not seeing each other's faces easily leads to misunderstandings. "Please go back, won't you? I'm busy here, I'm coming in." The two of them just talked past each other. They kept answering each other. Finally, Sergei angrily shouted, "I said that." There's nothing left to say. Unexpectedly, as she turned around, she saw Kratos, naked, about to walk through the door. She screamed in horror, "Oh my God, unbelievable, are you crazy, how dare you barge into a lady's room like that?" Kratos didn't reply but unexpectedly knelt down in front of her. Sergei frowned, not understanding why he did that. "What are you doing?" he whispered. "Sergei, without you, I can't do anything." She looked at him blankly, then her face slowly turned red. "Kratos is now thinking that he is willing to kneel down to save costs. Now I need the sword." "You're sharp and precise." Sergei blushed shyly, stammering and unable to speak. "If you say so, I'll hear what's going on." In her heart, she thought, "Really, why did he suddenly act like that? I can't believe you've really gone crazy." Unexpectedly, a few minutes later, Sergei appeared ready to fight. Kratos standing in front of a pile of potatoes, he frowned and said, "Cut the potatoes for me, I need you to cut them in half. Planted because you have quite a few hands." Sergei was standing still. She was so angry that she cried, "You play me, you perverted Demon King."